talking about?
Oh, can I talk about something unrelated that was sort of brought up at the merch meeting?
Yeah.
I don't know if we should talk about this. We could edit this out, I guess, if we want to. How many baseballs do you think Geoff could consecutively swing at, Gavin, before he just broke? If he's in a batting cage.
And he's like going for a home run every time?
Yeah, if he's swinging, he's trying to make good contact on each ball. How many times do you think he could swing before his arms give out?
50?
Geoff thinks he can swing at 1,000 balls.
Okay. We weren't going to talk about that because that's a whole other lane we want to go into. I do think I can swing.
There's no way.
There's
no way.
What, are you going to be there for 2 days?
And Eric's over here going, there's even more baseball stuff. Listen, we're going to get derailed on the baseball shit. Yes, there's more baseball stuff. Yes, we were discussing what to sell next. And Andrew had mentioned that it seems weird that we have all this other baseball shit. We don't have a baseball. And then Eric brought up, we're not a baseball podcast, which is a fair point. And then it would have to make sense. And I said, I had the idea a couple weeks ago that, like, what if we sold baseballs? What if I hit each baseball with a bat first? Like, so each ball came pre-hit, pre-tested, like pre-dinged, right? And then they were asking me how many I thought I could hit, and I was like, I could hit 1,000 baseballs, sure. I didn't say I could do it all at once, but I can, and I would.
No, the scenario you proposed was like one time in a dugout just swinging away. What I loved about it was Geoff said it so confidently, and then somebody quietly in the meeting was like, maybe we could just sell like 200 of them. We don't have to do 1,000. Like they were concerned about your health. There's no way you can swing at 1,000.
That's also a good point. That's a good point that Nick brings up, or Eric brings up. I only have to try to hit him. If I strike out, that still counts. We just won't sell that one for as much.
So you can own a baseball that went past Geoff.
We'll separate the hit balls versus the strikeout balls and the home run balls. It's all you can pick one or the other.
Oh my god, you would hit like 70 balls and then you would just be ripping the boxes open, just thumping like 10 at once. There's no way you would sit there for all that.
Gavin got a little peek last night, got an update on the baseball throw. We need to deal with that.
Oh shit.
There's a timeline that we need to lay out.
What do you mean a timeline?
I would just say, Andrew, don't get your hopes up.
He's Geoffing this, isn't he?
No, Gavin, please, you have to support me here.
No, there's what have you done?
There are extenuating circumstances.
Oh, fuck you.
I would say he's Geoffing it, but it's out of his hands.
Okay.
Thank you. I would like to talk about how the first off, I don't know if we covered it in an episode. I don't think we did because I don't think it happened yet. But the baseball knobs sold out in an hour and 9 minutes, which was phenomenal.
The hell's a baseball knob?
Baseball bat knob. Sorry. Oh. Because I'm getting ahead of myself. The baseball bat knobs, we sold 1,000 of them in about an hour and 9 minutes. So thank you so much for supporting such a dumb idea. Put a lot of love and effort into it. They ruined the comfort of my home for a good most of the summer, as I had to move them around from room to room to get anywhere. And I'm pretty sure it put a strain on the relationship that I didn't realize at the time between my girlfriend and I. But things have been better since the bat knobs are gone. I'll say that. Anyway, so overwhelmed with the support, and we wanted to come up with what to do next. We talked about 1,000 baseballs. And I was actually talking about with Emily at lunch the other day. I think we landed on a great way to figure out how to sign and not sign some of the balls. So let me. I've already talked about this with Gavin, but let me present it to you, Andrew.
Okay, but before you do, can I just put the last pile of dirt on the knobs, the last comment about the knob and the bat situation?
Yeah,
I ordered one. Haven't got mine yet. My confusion. I've said multiple times. I'm still kind of confused about part of it. So there's 100. You sawed off 100 knobs from full-size bats, and the bat ends had the logo on it. And we sent out 100 random bat ends, right? With the knobs, like 100 random people got them. Is that correct?
Okay. Continue your story.
Well, I'm just confirming that was the thing. 100 random people got full bats, right?
I don't know if it was 100 random or the first 100 to order. I'm not sure, but I don't have anybody from the store here to ask.
Okay, whatever. 100 people got bats. I don't understand. So when we started, we're like, why don't we sell full bats?
Wait. They got their own bat piece for their own knob?
I don't think so. I don't. Did they?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to.
We're still confused. We're confused on a whole other level. I just don't Go ahead. What are you going to say?
Defeat the whole purpose about trying to find your bat end?
I don't know if that was even a part of it. My confusion was that we were going to sell full bats. And it was like, we can't do that. Logistical nightmare. It's just complicated. But we sold full bats that were just in 2 pieces, and one piece is only like 2 inches off the bottom. So I don't understand.
Saying, that's why we sold mini bats. It's because full bats would have been ridiculous.
Because it turns out a full bat is 2 inches too big, so we had to cut them to make them fit the boxes. So, yeah. It was
Fair enough. I was confused.
Yeah, no. Initially, when we looked into it, it looked like it was going to be difficult to sell a full bat and ship it. But as we perfected and went through the process painstakingly over months and months and months, they were able to work out a solution to ship.
I'm happy they did.
Size.
Wait, so originally we didn't sell a full bat because we thought it was going to be too difficult, so we sold a tiny bat. Then we found out you could.
I'll be honest.
And then we still didn't.
I'll be honest. I don't remember why we did or didn't. I don't remember if
that
ever
was
wanting to sell a full bat.
No, we talked about it. It was they're like posters. Can't do it.
I just remember wanting to do something after manually burning in the numbers and all the bats. I wanted to manipulate the next product in some way and to continue that lineage, which is where I'm going. I love that you love the bat knob, Andrew. I love that you bought one to show your support. I love that you've registered your confusion. It is officially on the books. It's a registration. So that's there forever. It's there. It's it's entered in. So we have that. Thank you. But I would like to move on from the past, the highly successful 1,000 bat knob run past, to talk about 1,000 baseballs. We talked about taking 1,000 baseballs, putting a face logo on them, and then we joked around about if I could hit it, like I could swing at 1,000 baseballs, how many would I hit or not? Maybe the ones that I hit, we could sell. The ones that I don't hit, or we could sell as on a different tier, and the ones that I swing and miss on, if there are any that I miss. Those would be sold at a different rate, right? So then, having a lunch, brainstorming, came up with this idea. Credit goes to Emily for helping me come up with it. What if I take I already have all this equipment, right? I saved 4 or 5 full-size baseball bats. They're in my spare bedroom. So I can take the full-size baseball bats. Then I can take the wood-burning kit that I have, and I can autograph my name deeply into the barrel over and over again, kind of all over, like maybe put like 20 autographs all over the bat barrel, right, where you connect with the ball. Then we get a big bucket of ink or paint, okay? And we stand it next to home plate in a batter's box. And then we load 1,000 baseballs into the pitching machine. Then I dip the bat into the ink or paint, and then I swing at a ball. And when I connect with the ball, the paint that has now gotten into the grooves of the baseball bat of my signature connects with the ball, and it stamps my signature on the ball, and that's how we autograph 1,000 baseballs.
I love this idea. I think it's a fantastic
idea. It's the best idea ever.
I think it's a great idea, but I think that it should be like a blind box situation where they're all the same price, but you don't know whether you'll get a hit or not.
Okay, I'm fine with that too. I don't care how we portion it out. I just want to do it. And I mean, I suspect it'll be interesting because if out of 1,000 swings, I may hit 900 balls. So it may be rarer not to get an autograph in this situation than to get one. If we do it
I was going the other way. I was immediately thinking with Gavin's idea. I think the concern is we might be greatly overestimating how many balls you could hit. There might only be like 85 balls with autographs on.
So anyway, I'm excited about jumping into that and hitting 1,000 balls.
You're saying like, oh, what am I supposed to, how do I get into this, whatever. The thing that we haven't done yet that you keep talking about is hitting all these fucking baseballs. Like,
well, yeah, because I don't know why we haven't done that yet. I'm ready to go. I got as soon as I'm done with quarantine, I'm ready to go.
Jeff,
just book a fucking place.
You were supposed to throw a baseball 80 miles an hour, and now you're saying, why haven't I hit 1,000 baseballs yet?
Well, I think they only ordered 300, so I only have to hit 300.
You're not going to hit half of them.
Well, if I get a 50% contact ratio, that's got to at least be like a 300 batting average. I'm like a young Tony Gwynn.
All right, we'll schedule a day. There's a field There's a field we can use. We'll hit it into the backstop. We'll toss them up. You can hit them with. Do you still want to dip a bat in oil or whatever you were talking about?
Yeah, in paint, so that we can sign them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. That's not going to
Definitely
get
do it.
paint's not going to go everywhere. This will be good.
Oh, I assume it probably will, but we'll have Gavin film it.
I know the
There you
world
go.
doesn't work this way, but I want the, you know how like you have a Nerf gun or like a water gun, how you have to like pump it to increase the force on it. I want a bat where you have to twist the doorknob at the bottom to increase velocity. I just want to see you like twisting the knob a bunch of times.
like
Gotta pump it up.
Pellet gun.
Ooh.
As somebody who has actively avoided the bean hole and the signing thing, the fact that you described it as you, I believe it's the first time you've described it as you signing the baseballs and not hitting the baseballs, which has me worried.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Of those three things, I'll let y'all pick. What do we want to talk about first?
Well, baseball is something I've been working on all morning. A little clip for you, Andrew.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's build up to that. Then you don't have any clips of Beanhole, do you?
No,
Why are we building? What are we building for?
If we got
I think
visual
we should-
aids, I mean.
I think we should show Andrew the video.
I want to see the video.
Okay, well, before we do that, Andrew.
What are you doing?
No, this is part of it. Andrew, before we do that, let me ask you a question. You know
Okay.
the premise of this. If you're new to kface, if you're not deep into the lore of nothing, then what was proposed was that I signed a baseball bat backwards. It burned my signature into a baseball bat backwards, dipped it in paint, and was going to autograph 350 baseballs by having them shot at me via a pitching machine and then me hitting him. Andrew, let me ask you, how do you think that went?
Oh, horrible. It was never going to work. It's a disastrous idea. It would just fail miserably.
Where do you think the breakdown was? Was it my ability to hit a ball? Was it my decrepit age and
No,
arthritis?
I
was
think-
it just a flawed concept from the start?
Oh, it's a flawed concept from the start. The bat would never, that's not how bats work. It would never, what you did makes no difference to anything. It just would be smeared paint on a ball. It would do nothing. Your signature would not be legible. We've known this from the start. This
Okay.
is not a surprise.
So you think that the signature didn't work, but I probably was really good at hitting a baseball then, or?
I think you're capable of hitting a baseball. I don't think you're going to hit 350 in an afternoon.
How many do you think I
that
could have hit in an afternoon?
I bet you hit, I would put the line at like 30
Okay.
at most.
Well, I'll say
let's-
this.
Why don't we refer to Exhibit A?
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Oh,
Ready?
Geoff is in, okay. Jeff is in baseball here. He's lining up. He's at the plate.
Okay. All right. I'm going to count down. No, go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead.
It just looks like you've pine tarred your bat the entire way. That doesn't
I've
look
dipped
at
it in
all
a
like a thing.
I've dipped it in a bucket of black house paint.
Like really thick house paint.
I've got Larry Bird socks on, my oldest Vans, a baseball uniform. I've got a Don Zimmer shirt on under, and my kind lady kitty hat. Gavin's playing
this
catcher.
is not going to sound.
Or Nick is
No,
playing.
that's
That's Nick. Sorry. By the way, Nick is there. Nick and Eric and Gavin were all present.
And
This is
Superfan Jack made an appearance.
Eventually.
oh, that's great. This is going to sound like it's an insult, and I don't mean it to be, Geoff. This is a very strange photo because from like the hips up, it looks like somebody who knows baseball, but from the hips down, it looks so out of its place. Nothing about your footing or the way you're standing. It looks like you're very uncomfortable, but waist
Well,
up looks great.
I will tell you this: I am a little uncomfortable because it's just holes in the ground. I'm trying to stand around. You can see my back foot my heel of my back foot is like 3 inches lower than the top of my foot.
I have a question for Gavin. Before you saw this paint and you have been visualizing this process in your mind, what color did you always see being used? I'm curious if you had one. I had a very consistent in my head what this would look like.
I think I was expecting something a bit more fluorescent, like orange or something.
I was thinking red. In my
Yeah.
head, it was always red paint that you'd be using. So the
I'm
choice of
pretty
black
sure
is
it was
immediately-
anything other than black for me.
Well, let me say this about the paint. Eric bought the paint. I didn't choose the color, but the color's fine. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe anybody thought anything other than black one of the colors for this show.
Yeah, it makes total sense, Eric. I just wasn't
it's fair.
visualizing that at all. I
Yeah,
don't know
just
why.
my visualization has always been red. And like Gavin said, I don't know why. It's just where my brain has always been.
Well, do you guys want to see Gavin sent me this and said play it for everyone. I have not watched this. So
Okay.
do you-
Oh, I'm so excited.
Are
Let's
you
all
guys
watch it
ready?
together. It's about a
All right, here
minute
we go.
long.
Yes. It's
But-
a minute
okay,
long.
great.
Okay.
All right, here we
Will
go.
this be on the Instagram or
I'm
whatever?
gonna make a
Yeah,
full
by the time they
episode
see
for this, but
Okay.
something will be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Geoff at the bat.
Nothing's even happened. I'm already happy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're getting a single baseball. Did you swing 350 times? How long did it take? This has to be the same. This is the same shot we're seeing over and over again. Are these all different? They're all different. No! I've never seen anyone be so bad at anything. Oh my god! He hit it. So we're gonna sell one baseball. This is what I've learned.
I see what you've done there, Gavin.
Yeah, what do you mean, Jeff?
No, nothing. Go right ahead. Continue on.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fantastic.
Why don't you tell them what else happened?
Jeff, I've prepared a second video.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
God, this better be a real video.
Well, it's gonna be a minute. I have to download it, and it's 2 gigs. Why didn't he send me both? Oh, Jeff, I thought you looked great taking all those swings there, bud.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Hang on, about halfway, almost there.
I was laughing hard. I was kind of making fun of you. In your defense, it's impossible to look good missing at a baseball swing. Like, it's not your fault. It's just not. There's no way to look cool during that.
So for those who haven't seen it and are only listening, I cut together every single Geoff swing and miss that I could find and put it as one. Honestly, so many of them look like they're repeat shots, but they're all completely different. To the point where like the bat is swinging around in one shot and then it cuts to the next shot and it's swinging the other way. It kind of looks like a little helicopter.
How many swings and some of those were foul tips, but how many swings and misses would you say there were there?
I need to do the full count. I'll be able to get that when I've finished the full thing.
Okay.
Well, if those are just the misses, I feel like you have greatly exceeded my expectations.
Are you ready for this second video?
I am so ready for this
certainly
thing.
am.
I'm hoping I'm going to see some dingers.
Jeff, you don't want to watch that first video one more time just in case?
I'm good. That first video was very funny.
Would you have been mad if that's the only video I provided?
I might have been a little bummed, yeah.
All right. This is a way less funny, way more surprising video.
You want to give it a try?
This is the first ball.
The very first pitch.
Come that way a little bit. There we go.
Oh, that was great, Geoff. Great contact. You hit a home run?
Yeah.
Wow. You're just dinging him. I feel like this is contributing to the problems of the other video. You're going full power.
Like, look at this. There's no cut here.
Well, wait. So this is...
That was a home run.
that was...
People just giving up.
Every once in a while, I'm not lying.
Geoff, like, it's the strangest thing. He has the least graceful form. Nothing about the swing looks impressive, but it's just flying.
Another back-to-back.
So I have a question. This is long. I apologize. You had some good swings. Some good contact. Wow, you hit a lot of balls.
Be careful,
We-
Southwest.
we got to the point where we had people just standing outside of the field at the back because most of them were going into the trees.
I was gonna say, we need to sell these. Like, the backdrop looks like it just goes nowhere, like off a cliff.
Yeah, we lost so many.
Is it, so what is the backdrop of this place? Is it as it appears? That it just like is a hillside? Or
Yeah,
like
it's like
what?
a hillside, kind of like canyon almost. It just goes down into like
Jesus.
brush and bramble. Look at that.
I think God.
And then
Next
it's just Geoff
time-
looking for the balls.
The biggest problem we had on the day is that I hit too many home runs too far, and we lost probably 20 balls.
Next time I'm in Austin, I want to try to find one.
Okay.
I want to go there. I want to see if I can get one.
I would guess you saw me miss about 40 swings out of. I'll be honest with you. I didn't hit 350 balls. I hit 250, and I stopped.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's way better than I thought.
250 proved to be that was my limit. Of the 250, I would say I connected. I fully connected on probably 70% of them on the first try.
Wow.
You saw every time I missed in the first video. I would guess I probably hit 50 home runs.
And we decided that we would box up a ball if he swung and missed, but not if he didn't swing. So he either hit it or he swung and missed, and that's what we're selling.
So we're only selling the ones he missed?
Yeah, like if he didn't go for the swing, we just put it back into the rotation to pitch again.
Hang on.
The wording of that is weird.
If Geoff swung the bat at the ball, that ball is being sold, whether it was connected with or not.
Okay, understood.
I hit
The way-
every ball eventually. The ones that we swung and missed, I hit
Back
again
through
later.
the
Yeah, we went back to the rotation.
Okay, so that is all answered. Is there a photo of what a signature looks like with this bat paint idea? I'd like to see what a ball after being hit appeared like.
I don't have one. Do you guys?
Hang on. If you give me a second, I think that I can send you a picture.
Okay, I'm leaving the stream.
Okay.
I'll go back. To
No,
the chat.
no. You know what? I can Slack it. It's going to be easier if I Slack it to you guys.
Okay. Just look at Slack, because that is the other layer of this. Like, beyond you being able to hit, I'm very impressed, Geoff, that you hit as many as you did. That's amazing. I'm curious what the signature actually looks like.
It looks like. Well, I guess Eric will show you.
It looks pretty much like what you expect it to look like. I've sent the pictures now.
Oh, okay. Yes. It's just black smudges, which is great.
Awesome. Awesome.
So what?
It's
I
actually
understand-
Geoff's official signature.
What did you do to the bat?
What did I do to it?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like what's the work you did on the bat that was meant to end up on the ball?
Oh, I burned my name into it so that there was one ball we found that had a G on it. One of the early balls had an actual G on it. Somebody will get it. It'll be theirs.
But we worked out afterwards that you've burned into the bat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So the only way it could be a G is if it was an inverse G.
No, I burned it in backwards on the bat so that it would be correct on the ball.
No, but it's sunken into the bat. It's not sticking out.
Yeah,
from the
but
bat.
what I was doing early on is I was dipping it and then I was wiping down the barrel so that the only paint that was on the bat was in the reservoirs of the G of my name.
Hey,
Oh, no,
Andrew,
it's-
when you looked at that bat and you said, boy, it looks like you rubbed pine tar all over that thing, did it look like the only paint on that bat were in the reservoirs of the
Well,
signature?
that's because that went out the window very quickly. When it worked with the first like 4 balls. And
If
then
that
I
was-
was just trying to sling as much paint on them as possible. And I thought it looked way cooler to have a big black smudge than anything else.
I know, like, the MLB has changed their pine tar rules over time. I don't think there was ever a time in which that amount of pine tar would be acceptable for the coverage of the bat. Like, it was bottom to top, just coated.
Yeah, it looked like Trey Turner, right? Dude,
I was hoping that Gavin was going to accuse you of corking the bat when he was asking about.
he doesn't know what
you did
corking
to
the
it.
bat is.
Yeah, I don't.
get
I
it.
don't know what that means, Andrew. I'm sorry.
Not
That's
Trey
okay.
Turner.
We were all very surprised, and I think I can't tell if Geoff was strolling out there with confidence or whether he was just hoping. What do you think it was, Geoff? Were you just relieved, or were you like, oh, I knew I was going to do that?
I'll be honest with you guys. I have that level of confidence in all this stuff. I still think I can throw. I still think I can throw the ball 80 miles an hour. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't think I could do it. My body has gotten in the way. But the thing that I realized, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or not, but I'm 46. I hadn't hit a baseball with a baseball bat since I was 17. And so it's been 29 years. In my head, I could still hit like I was 17. And it turns out I could. I was still able. I would say my batting average on the day was probably 750, which is astronomical. Again, the pitching machine was only pitching 45, but I mean that's about as fast as I can throw. And at the moment, and I probably knocked out 40 or 50 home runs. I felt really, really good about that. That first video. Oh man, you really you really got me with that one. Boy, did you. But out of 200, I hit 250 balls that day. We probably lost 20 of the home runs that we just couldn't get to. How did I feel the next day? Eric asked. But no, Andrew, I was relieved. I was super relieved that I didn't embarrass myself. I felt vindicated because there were about 10 people that went out there purely to watch me fall on my face, including my girlfriend, including her parents who were in from Oregon. Including Superfan Jack and Cole and a bunch of Eric's friends. And I went out and first pitch, put one over the field, and then proceeded to do it 50 more times. So I felt good about myself for once. That was nice. Now, to answer Eric's question, how did I feel about the next day? Or how did I feel the next day? Today is the first day I haven't limped.
Oh, no.
Monday was excruciating.
Oh, no.
My hip, my right hip where I was swinging, it was on fire. My legs hurt. My elbows hurt. My back hurt. My shoulders hurt. Not all of that, though, paled in comparison to my hands, which were just... I don't know if you've ever bruised the palms of your hands. I guess I had not. Certainly not to this extent. My right hand was black on the padding. And both of my hands, the entirety of the inside of my hands hurt so bad that just touching them was excruciating. And by the way, fuck glass. Let me get back to that. I was in the bathroom and I picked up a glass to get some laundry detergent from this thing, and my hand just immediately dropped it and shattered it everywhere. And I couldn't hold the broom because I couldn't hold the broom with my hands to sweep it up. It hurt so fucking bad.
If only it was a Pizza Hut.
It hurt.
I mean, that surely is not the glass's fault.
My hands are fine
It's
now,
your hands. It's
but
a
my
baseball. It's a baseball problem.
finger, I had no tensile strength. My finger, I could barely drive. It was hard to put my hands around the steering wheel until yesterday. My hands started to feel better yesterday. Today they're fine.
Dude, you took your glove off on the day, and you had like a big fat forearm and wrist. Like it would already.
Oh
swell.
yeah, my left wrist was swole up insane. It was crazy. But I hit 250 fucking baseballs, swinging as hard as I could. So I guess, yeah.
I apologize if you've covered. How long were you guys out there? How long did this take?
Few hours,
To
a couple
film
hours.
everything.
2 hours maybe?
Yeah, probably about 2. I really thought it was
wow.
going to take. I thought it was going to take us 4 or 5 hours to do this because I thought there were going to be a lot of breaks. Geoff took maybe 2 breaks, and that was mostly to give the outfielders a break from just standing in the sun watching 200-foot bombs fly over their heads.
You once asked me in a podcast earlier, Eric, how far I thought I could hit the ball, and I said I thought I could hit it about 200 feet, and you laughed at me. I think 200 feet's about my range, though.
Oh, you were crushing them 200 consistently, like back to backers where they were going like the same spot.
I bet even
No,
people at the
is this-
car show were impressed.
What was that?
There's a car show?
Eric, what was going on there? What was your reaction when you
What's
arrived?
the car show?
So this is the park where we play all the time. Like me and my friends, the guys who came out, Jordan Swears and Cole and a few other people. And every time we go out, it's a big empty park. And we go to the baseball field, it's a big empty baseball field. I show up Sunday morning to start getting set up before everyone gets there. And it is just, it's a car show, like a tricked out, like it's like a full on car show. And I almost had a panic attack. I pulled my my 2007 Hyundai Accent up to this car show where I usually park to go to baseball. And the guy just looked at me and went, I don't think you're supposed to be here. And I went, I don't think I am either, but can I unload my stuff and then park anywhere else? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. There's just a car show. A lot of people at this car show.
On a Sunday morning. It's so weird.
Yeah, with like the bonnets up, big tricked out rims, like big purple Hummers with art on, like 19 speakers hanging out the back, like that kind of thing. And then we're just getting dropped off in normal cars. And they're very confused about it.
It made me so excited because I've been actively avoiding all info about this because I want to hear it for the first time on the show. The only thing I saw relating to this was Eric posted a map and a group text of where to go, and it looked like reconnaissance from like a military movie. It's like a Google Maps top-down view, and there's lines like it seemed like a whole mission just to get there, and I was it just furthered the excitement. This is great. I'm so glad that this finally came together. When are we going to sell the baseballs? Do we have a date for that yet?
I don't know, but I would like. They were supposed to pick them up Ecom was supposed to pick them up this week, and they haven't done it yet. But I got 250 baseballs. And by the way, we have another 100 baseballs that we haven't, we just didn't even open the final box. So we can hit them with another color of paint, or maybe have Gavin hit them, or come up with some. We got 100 baseballs to fuck with in some way.
Okay.
Or sell them pristine if we want. But I feel like we could do. I feel like what we've done here is very fun and very clever and I think people will really like it.
We should say that there's not just a signature on these balls. The way the pitching machine worked, I realized was just a spinning tire inside that red thing. So they all have a skid mark on them too.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of grass and mud.
Yeah, bits of leaves and stuff.
Fantastic.
Geoff, how many seconds into that first video did you realize that I'd screwed with you?
The second at bat. So immediately. Yeah, immediately. Man, I will say, I don't know why I haven't been hitting baseballs for the last 29 years. It is a ton of fucking fun, and I had never hit a pitching machine before. Holy shit, those things are great.
Is that going to be your new hobby now? Are you just going to be in batting cages?
Yeah, but I'll do like 50, not 250.
Yeah, you're not
too much.
You don't want to be immobilized.
Bye.
That's good. Bye.